Now it is time to compare your educated guess with the actual results of the assessment that you completed earlier in the e-learning module. If your assessment is accurate and you placed yourself in the top left quadrant, your dominant personality is a driver. If you placed yourself in the top right quadrant, then your dominant personality is expressive. And if you placed yourself in the bottom right quadrant, then your dominant personality is amiable. And if you placed yourself in the bottom left quadrant, then your dominant personality is an analytical. Now, as you move on to the personality assessment results, see how close your assessment response is to the actual results. How did you score? How does your personality fit into the 4 quadrants? Review the totals at the bottom of the Excel document. There are 4 separate scores that should total up to 40. The category with the highest score would be considered your primary personality. Which personality is your primary personality? Driver, which was originally called a choleric. Expressive, which was originally called a sanguine. Amiable, which was originally called a phlegmatic. Or analytical, which was originally called a melancholy. Note, the higher this score is, the more dominant, extreme, and obvious your personality characteristics and traits will be. The closer your scores are together, the more even-tempered and less noticeable any one personality style will likely be. The category with the second highest score would be considered your secondary personality. Which personality is your secondary personality? Driver, expressive, amiable, or analytical? You are a blend of the different personalities. No one would ever be 100% of any one personality, or they would be so out of balance they would be a complete misfit. But one personality will likely be dominant. You are born with dominant personality traits that are shaped and molded by your environment and upbringing. If you have any questions about the assessment results, you should send me an email. This was a very basic, simple test. Much more elaborate tests are available that produce significantly more detailed and specific results. If you disagree with your results, consider the following. There are no right or wrong answers. One personality is no better than another. Each has its ideal and less favorable characteristics, traits, and qualities. If you are honest, then the results may be correct. You might just prefer that they were different. It could be because of the frame of mind that you were in when you completed the test, or you may have read into it too much rather than giving the most accurate initial gut feel response. Possibly you provided the answers you thought we wanted to hear rather than the most suitable one. One important point to keep in mind as you are taking in this information and learning how to leverage it for business purposes is that the personalities that are located diagonally from each other in the model diagram used are exact opposites. The strengths of one personality type are the weaknesses of the other. For instance, at the extreme end, when this personality is out of control, drivers are described as being insensitive. Therefore, at the extreme end, when this personality is in control, amiables are known as being sensitive. The strengths of one personality type are the weaknesses of the other. Likewise, at the extreme end, when this personality is in control, expressives are known as being social, and therefore, at the extreme end, when this personality is out of control, analyticals are known as being antisocial. Learning Spotlight number 2. It's time to review what we've covered so far. Each question in the quiz has a 90-second time limit, and the quiz has a 15-minute time limit. You cannot pause the quiz once you begin. The quiz includes many types of questions, including true or false, drag and drop, multiple answers, etc. Read the questions carefully and make sure you understand what is being asked before submitting your response. Many of the questions or variations of them will be included in the final exam. You will be graded, and the passing grade for the quiz is 70%. You will have 3 chances to attain a passing grade. If you fail to attain a passing grade after 3 attempts, you will be locked out of the course. You will have an opportunity to review the quiz responses upon successful completion. If you wish to review the previous slides and sections, do so before advancing. Upon completion of the quiz, please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance to the next step in the learning path. This concludes step number 4 of the learning path. Please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance when you are ready to proceed.